Today's the 5th anniversary of Molly's death. And I'm not sure I could have come to see anyone on any of the other anniversaries. So maybe that's a sign of how things change as you move forward.
I had a feeling in the pit of my stomach that something was wrong. And he walked up the road and 15 minutes later he was dead.
Molly Russell took her own life 5 years ago. Olly Stephens was murdered in 2021. Their deaths have one thing in common: social media. After she died, Ian found a stream of negative, depressing and graphic content about suicide and self-harm on Molly's Instagram and Pinterest accounts.
This world is so cruel, and I don't want to see it anymore.
Olly's killers posed with blades, glamorised gang culture, and a panorama investigation uncovered knives and violence rife on social media. Two families united by grief and anger.
Hello.
Hello, Ian.
Stuart, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time to come around.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. I'm
Thank
just
you
so
for coming
sorry that it's
all this
under
way.
these circumstances.
I know. That's
About big tech and the role it played in their children's deaths.
If you're one of these media companies, you're never going to say, yes, there's a problem here, because that's going to affect your bottom line, that's going to affect your profit. The law hasn't reached the speed with which technology is flying away. The law hasn't caught up.
They saw, oh, I can post a picture of a knife. What happens? Nothing happens.
But to me, my argument is those pictures should never be there in the first place.
And the language, the violent language that the children were using, if they had been at school or in town and an adult had overheard or seen, something would have happened. But it completely goes under the radar on social media.
But they never thought to design in safety into their products. They never thought of that need.
Some guy sat in front of his computer, designs an app, bang, it's out there. There's no safety net.
It's like putting cars on the road without having crash test dummies and all that.
Exactly, yeah.
What we are also going to do is ensure that the online safety bill does complete.
That's what the online safety bill was meant to fix.
Well, I can assure my honourable friend that we will be proceeding with the online safety bill.
Forcing platforms to remove harmful content and protect children.
Social media platforms to take effective action to remove this content. And is it also
Ending self-regulation, years in the planning.
Well, can I thank my honourable friend for his work.
Delayed again and again.
He is absolutely right, and I'm pleased to give him the reassurance.
I think the online safety bill is something I care deeply about, because without a change that regulates the companies to operate their platforms more safely, these tragedies will continue to happen. It's too late for me. So in a way, it's not a huge personal investment. I'm just frustrated that an opportunity for change and an opportunity for greater safety for children has been delayed for so long.
We know what we're living through and what Olly was living through, and it's not right on so many levels. There isn't the protection that there should be for children. They should be able to enjoy their childhood, and that isn't happening currently. They're just thrust into a world that's too much for them, too young.
Too violent and too graphic. They're saying things they shouldn't be saying at those ages.
The clock's ticking, the time's run out. It ran out years ago. Our children are dying. They have to take it seriously.
For us, it's almost like we're still stuck on that day.
There's you can't ever escape it.
No, that's
you can never escape.
Two families then, brought together by loss and compassion, demanding change and demanding it now.
Whatever they say, kids have access to the same things that adults have, and that can't be right.
So no other family should suffer as they have.
Any child's life that is lost is utterly tragic, because it's a life unfulfilled. There's so much potential in that life and in that moment, and it's gone now for us. and because of social media. So we have no choice but to fight. Curling up in a ball on the floor is not an option.
Angus Crawford, BBC News.